Good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Wednesday, April 28th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. Also, later on this evening, we'll have Pelicans basketball. Pelicans versus the that will be later. Later on this evening, they will take on the Denver Nuggets around 8 o'clock. So we will have the game tonight. Also, we'll have post-game coverage as well. So we will be here throughout the evening for that. So let's send our links out. We will send the links out to you, and you'll have them. You can come in through the StreamYard link via sports for all three networks. If you want to come in and video chat with us, we will allow you to come in. So let's go ahead and begin our news headlines here on this Wednesday. Okay, let's begin. Okay, whiteboard. Let's whiteboard Warriors are the NBA's perfect play-in team, so they're most likely will be that play-in spot for the Golden State Warriors. So it looks like they're going to make the playoffs. They will have that 10th seed when it comes down to the play-in game. So I think they're going to be the selection. If they are selected as the 10th seed, they'll be playing in the play-in game. So right now, the New Orleans Pelicans are chasing them. I mean, if the Pelicans could try to muster up some wins in the last couple of weekends before the end of the season, I think they'll probably get in. But once again, I say Golden State will get in as well. So that is once again, that's my opinion on this. On this, what's your take on it? If you're a Golden State fan, you think Golden State will make the cut for the playoffs? You can post your comments via Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are live today here for Sports Talk. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, this spelling the media narrative and the racial stereotypes. Justin Fields endorsed the media with the racial stereotypes throughout the NFL draft. So that's kind of what they're talking about, Justin Fields. But I think, to be honest with you, with the racial stereotypes, look, I'll be honest with you, it's just water under the bridge when it comes down to it. I mean, I know it's a lot of the media will display these players as, like I said, in these racial stereotypes. But the truth of the matter is, if he does get picked number 1 or number 2 in the draft, that most likely will not be the factors. It'll be because he had talent and stuff like that. So that's one thing about it. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. More information. Okay, let's see. Okay, Buccaneers make Tom Brady happy by re-signing Antonio Brown to team-friendly deals. So it looks like he is going to be coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Antonio Brown will get a 1-year deal worth $6.25 million, also 3.1 guarantee, and also he'll have a $2 million signing bonus. So it looks like that's going to be coming down the pipeline. So I'm glad to see Antonio Brown definitely getting his deal because look, that would definitely make Tom Brady happy. He can have an extra weapon in his arsenal of wide receivers when he throws the ball. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, NFL mock draft. What happens if trade costs NFL record runs on quarterbacks? So that's probably what's going to happen if they do get these record amount of quarterbacks. I'm pretty sure it most likely be in the first round and stuff like that. First round, maybe close to the second round or better. I mean, look, Trevor Lawrence, he's definitely going to be the number one pick going into the draft. Also, Zach Wilson will also be the projected player that's going to be the number 2 draft pick going into the tomorrow night's NFL draft. So I look at it this way: that's going to be the tip of the norm. Also, Trey Lance also going over to the San Francisco 49ers as a third pick. Now, Justin Fields. If Justin Fields, this is how hopefully this could all work out. If Justin Fields gets selected by either the Falcons or the Patriots, I'm pretty sure it's going to be between those two teams that's going to pick Justin Fields. So I look at it this way: if he goes to those two, they're most likely going to have to develop him for a future run. They're going to call also Penny Sewell, also 5, also Mac Jones with the Dolphins. So look like Mac Jones could be with the Dolphins as well. Also Jamar Chase with the Detroit Lions. Kyle Pitts with the Carolina Panthers would be the 8th pick overall. Also Jalen Waddle would also be will be a trade with the Broncos for he would go to Miami, but it would be a trade to Denver. Now pick number 10 would be Justin Surtain with the Dallas Cowboys. He'll go to Dallas. Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith, if he does go to the New York Giants, that's probably going to be a good thing, because I think Daniel Jones will have an extra wide receiver to work with in the New York offense. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here on this mock draft. Now, J.C. Horn, also a cornerback with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he'll be picked by the also Rayshard Slater with the LA Chargers 13th pick. Ali Vega Tucker will be with the Minnesota Vikings. Also, Caleb Early looks like he's going to go over to the Patriots. That's going to probably be a trade going down. Micah Parsons with he will go to the Arizona Cardinals. Tevin Jenkins with the Las Vegas Raiders. Jeremiah Komora looks like he's going to go to the Dolphins. Now, picks 19 through 21. Christian Garenshaw will go over to the Washington football team. Rashard Bateman will go to the Bears. Also, Greg Newsom will go over to the Indianapolis Colts. Kadarius Tony, I think he will go over to the Tennessee Titans. Najee Harris will go over to the New York Giants. Sandy Samuel will go over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's with now Samuel Casamai will go over to be a 25th pick. He'll go to the Jaguars. Also, Christian Balmore will go over to the Cleveland Browns. That's a 26th pick. And also, Kiwi Payne will go over to the Ravens as an edge linebacker. Now, the New Orleans Saints, I'm going to say this. New Orleans Saints, if we go get an edge linebacker, and that's probably going to be Greg Rousseau from Greg Rousseau from this. So he will be playing. Let's see. Elijah Moore will go over to the Green Bay Packers. Ajam Laura, if I'm saying his name right. He's also with the Buffalo, should be going to the Buffalo Bills. Now, Trayvon Morningwig will go over to Baltimore. And Jalen Phillips looks like he's going to go over to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that is your mock draft picks for the NFL draft. Once again, the NFL draft is tomorrow night. We will have coverage here on the 3 social media networks. It's Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We will be here tomorrow night to give you pick-by-pick coverage of the NFL draft. Okay, what else we have? Okay, how a 16-team playoff would play out last season. I mean, I look at it this way. I don't care if it's 16. I don't care if it's 1 or maybe 4. Look, I think that the playoffs need to be expanded big time to have more teams going into the playoffs. See, like the FCS and all the FCS. The FCS has it going on. They have 20 teams in those playoffs, and they get those top seeds. That's from the top 8 seeds. So this is how it can play out. The round 1 would be Alabama versus BYU. That would be in Tuscaloosa. Iowa would take on Clemson. That would be in 15 versus 2. 14 versus 3 would be Ohio State taking on Northwestern, and also North Carolina would definitely be in that playoff hunt. They would take on Notre Dame. Also, Coastal Carolina would take on Texas A&M. Indiana Hoosiers would take on, that would be 11 versus 6. That's how it would match up right there. 11 versus 6. 10 versus 7 would be the Gators and the Iowa State Cyclones. That would be in Gainesville. Now, Georgia would definitely would be in the mix, to be honest with you. That definitely would be in the mix. So I'd say the Sweet 16 would be a good formula for college football. I know a lot of people will bitch and complain and say, "Well, why? What about the?" Well, here's my take. If you can put the save the bowl games for the non-participants that's not in the college football playoff and give it to them. That's what I would do. But the playoff participants, they would be in a playoff. So I think it would definitely work when it comes down to it. So I mean, like I said, it's not out the realm of a possibility if we had a 16-team playoff. So even a 20-team playoff would work out. So that would be key right there. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. That would be once again the college football playoffs. Once again, back under the microscope for discussion. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. And we will move along. Okay, we'll see what else we have. Okay, Francisco Lindor, unassisted double play was a thing of beauty. So that's what they're talking about in this article about Francisco Lindor. Double play was absolutely a thing of beauty. So that's what he did in last night's game. So so that's being mentioned. So once again, that's Rising Apple. You can follow them at Rising Apple, New York Mets daily news from Fansided. You can sign up for those if you're a Mets fan. Okay, watch Red Sox and Mets fans come together and chant Yankees suck in harmony. So it looks like that's what happened yesterday in their games. This Red Sox and Mets fans can agree on. So the Red Sox 14-9. They're first place in the East. So they like I said, they're doing pretty well, 14-9. So let's hear what they had to say. Mets and Yankees, Mets and Red Sox fans. Wow. Both teams came together and chanted the Yankees suck. Yankees right now are in a state of disarray right now. When it comes down to it, they are just not doing too well in 2021 season. They're absolutely just falling apart, sucking and stuff like that. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. So I mean, right now the Red Sox are 14-9 on the season, so they're kind of having their year this year. The Boston Red Sox. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. That's fansided.com. Okay, what else? Okay, Vladimir Guerrero tweeted perfect reaction to Vlad Jr.'s 3 home run games. So that's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Had himself a game. His father couldn't be any prouder. So that's Vlad Guerrero Jr. Just hitting those home runs yesterday in a game. So so that was like I said, this was 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. This was the first one. We'll show you the home run right here. So let me put this up.
You know what's been the most impressive thing about what he has done tonight?
So I say this: that was an excellent home run by Vlad Guerrero. So I'm gonna tell you, he's got some strong hitting power when it comes down to it. So that is something. 3 home run night for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, power rankings. Let's go through the new power rankings coming out. Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, and Trae Young, the iconic teams. So this is one of them. Miles Bridges, all around threat. Yep, I think he is. Miles Bridges averaging 12 points a game, 6.1 rebounds. So he's shooting 50. Also, John Morant, United. So it looks like this, and then Johnson. So that was in last night's game. Also, Steph Curry's 3-point shooting. He's definitely a lethal shooter. He's shooting 52% from the field. He's also a 47% three-point shooter. Also, Luka Doncic, offensive load. He is a very good. He's a very good threat for the Dallas Mavericks in general. Also, Atlanta's iconic Trae Young. Also, Trae Young's another player that's being mentioned. So, I'd say this: Luka Doncic will be the he's gonna, if he goes with the MVP, I think he'll most likely win it. Luka Doncic. So, because I'm gonna tell you, he's a very intriguing player with the Dallas Mavericks. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, Madison Bumgarner, 7-inning no-hitter, doesn't stand for now. So looks like it's because they had some kind of debate or something. I mean, I don't know why his no-hitter didn't stand. So that's kind of because that fan that's been arguing since it should go down as a no-no. Yes, it should. Definitely should go down as a no-no. I mean, it's like I said, if he I mean, why take it away from him? Why take it away from Madison Bumgarner? To be honest with you, why take it away from him? Because he put it out. It should be a no-no, a no hitter for Madison Bumgarner. So, hey, what's up? What's up? Jason's video blog. Appreciate it coming in today. What you think about this Madison Bumgarner no hitter not being official? Give me your take on it. Let's see what he says. He should have it. So, I'm trying to see what. So, once again, this is from Fansided. You can go to fansided.com. We talk sports on here. So that's what they're discussing. So let me see if he's mentioned anything about it. Yeah, he should have it because look, he had 7 innings of work, and to get that no hitter. So look, I mean, there's a lot of debate and stuff about Madison Bumgarner not getting the no hitter. I think it's totally ridiculous. I think he should get the no hitter. So. Once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to go through more sports. Let's see. We have to. All right. I'm going to go to the NFL side. Okay. Saquon Barkley dominated rehab. He's from rehab. He had an ACL tear. Back on track to be in the lineup for the New York Giants this year. So it looks like his rehab from ACL tear looks like it's going to be he's going to be fully healed, and most likely he will be getting back onto the field. So I think he's doing his best to get back on the field for 2021. So he will. He was a Pro Bowl honor back in 2018. He put up 1,307 yards and then 11 touchdowns. He also in 13 contests. So that was back in 2018. So I look at it this way. Look, if he can be the same player that he was before his injury, that'll help him out. So that is something that can be good news for Saquon Barkley. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. And let's see what else we have. Okay, Mavericks 28 nothing run en route of the Warriors was literally a historical run. I mean, that is something right there that never been done before in NBA history, going on a 28-0 run. That's the second longest scoring run in team in the last 20 seasons. So these are the teams that definitely did it. The Cavaliers back in 2009, that was a 29-0 run. Also, the Mavericks this year, 28-0. The Knicks, 28-0 back in 2017. And the Miami Heat, 27-0 runs. That was major runs when they go on a run and stuff like that. So I think, to tell you the truth, Dallas in that game last night, going on a historic 28-0 run, is just something that that's, like I said, that was never done before in major sports like the NBA. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. We will move along, and we will okay, Knicks got James Gandolfini to replace the Sopranos character to recruit LeBron James to New York. So it looks like that was back in 2010. James Gandolfini tried to recruiting. So look, if he would have played for the New York Knicks, look, he could have had some players around him that could have been a contributor to their team. So I mean, like I said, James Gandolfini, the guy that played on The Sopranos. Look, I mean, if he did want LeBron in New York, he would have got the other player. He would have got him, and then the other players that would be backing up, that would be supporting LeBron in the supporting cast. So that is something right there. So that's a pretty good article by that's Brulo Perez. You can follow him at Fansided. That's fansided.com. We will move along. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right. Okay. Boban Maganovich and Tobias Harris on Friendship Space Jam. Luka Doncic, and more. So they talk about those two individuals, talk about a lot of topics. Um, um, so they were on this show that's with Mark Kamen. That was on Fansided, talking about different issues with Space Jam and Luka Doncic. So let's hear what they had to say. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
What's his name?
Toby, what do you got right there? What is that?
It's Puppy.
Ralph.
Ralph.
Boban, do you have a dog like? I mean, are you with Toby? Do you have an animal?
I buy a ball for Ralph.
Yeah, give Ralph his ball back, man.
We've done a ton of interviews with the biggest names, the Shaquille O'Neals, but to have Bobby and Toby together for the Go for the Handful Challenge, which 2 billion views on TikTok, 2 billion you two. That's unbelievable.
Wow. It's amazing.
If only they paid us that dollars.
You both are doing okay, but hey, more is always better, right? Why do you think America, the world, is so fascinated with Bobby and Toby? Boban, you want to go first on that?
I go first, okay. I go first. Tobias, I go first. I think first with like our friendship, because like we start from Detroit, we go like all around to the United States, circling, and our friendship never stopped, because Tobias is so amazing guy, great guy. We don't listen to the same music, we don't like same things, but together with our energies, we feel good to be I feel good to be next to Tobias, and feel good to call him my friend. And this is how everything started. I think people want more friendship of this world, and like
I said, these two individuals, Bobby Maganovich and Tobias Harris, these two players are excellent players for their teams, making huge impacts for their teams for both of them. So I look at it this way: these two guys, you will not you'll hear from these guys for a long time, because these guys, Tobias Harris and Boban Maganovich, looks like they're going to be playing. So once again, this is from an interview with Mark Kamen with Fansided. Go to fansided.com. And we will move along. Okay, once again, this is from Daily DDT, wrestling news and information. How should Brock Lesnar be booked upon his return? So that's what they're asking on this article. This is from Nathan Williams. Follow him at Fansided. That's Fansided. So how should they book Brock Lesnar? I think if they want to book him in one of these premier matches, either Survivor Series, WrestleMania, or any one of those, I think it would be a good. I think these right here would be a good link ups right here. If you book them, if you go with AJ Styles and Brock Lesnar, that most likely will be a good matchup. Same thing with Rey Mysterio. So it would be Rey Mysterio and Brock Lesnar. Now, Daniel Bryan, I don't think he would win. I don't think he would win against Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar is too strong. That's one thing about it. Look, I don't think Brock Lesnar will Daniel Bryan will stand a chance against Brock Lesnar. So that's something right there. So that would be a good matchup when it comes down to it. But it's not going to be a matchup for the week apart. Somebody, this is from IBeast. Raw needs Brock Lesnar. Well, I think he was on Raw a couple of years ago and kind of was just doing his thing on there. So I'll be honest with you. Look, if he comes back to Raw, he comes back to SmackDown, it could be either one of those shows that could pick him up, or he could be in one of those pay-per-views like SummerSlam or Survivor Series. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. We're just discussing latest fight at Dodger Stadium reminded that security, there is a joke. That was at a Dodgers game. They had, it was like a Monday night. There was a fight circulating at Dodger Stadium. It shows fans fighting in several groups, exchanging punches, and combat with slamming faces into the ground and stuff like that. So that's something right there. There's another video that was surfaced. This was the game aftermath. So we'll show you the video, what happened after this. Let's give you that video. You touched me, friend! No! You touched me, Wow. And that's something these people should not be going over to these games and doing. It's fighting. I mean, where the hell is the security? I mean, look, you got to have form of security when it comes down to it, because look, I mean, you can have a melee. Somebody can bring a weapon in these games and start shooting people, and then you're gonna have a mass shooting going on at a baseball game. So that this right here, this video showing all these people fighting and stuff like that, one throwing body slamming them to the ground, and that's something right there that shouldn't be happening at these games. They should have security. There's one security guard in the mix with a lime green jacket on, not doing anything for a while. Security guard, or a security guard came up and ran, tore people apart. That's how the history of that. So that's something right there. They have to address these security concerns, because anybody can get hurt at these games. Anybody. And I mean anybody. I mean, look. I mean, if you, like I said, they're going to bring a knife one day. Somebody's going to get stabbed. And then you're going to have the national media putting their eyes and attention on that situation going on. I mean, they have to, the Dodgers are going to have to address these security issues with these fans, because look, these fans, they get out of, they get drunk and they go to the game and they cause problems, and they just don't stop. Because look, if you go into a football game, see like the football games and stuff like that, they have a lot of cops there, and the security's a lot better. But the Dodgers, not so much. They had a lot of incidents and stuff like that, where a lot of people were just definitely getting hurt and stuff like that. The MLB should demand the Dodgers to do something about this. Yes, they have to. MLB has to step in. I mean, look, I'm for them stepping in. I'm definitely for MLB stepping in and doing something. Because, look, this could turn into a tragedy that nobody wants to see. I mean, so that right there, when I see these videos, it disgusts me. So this was once again, this is from the Big League. Ryan Phillips was the writer. Please give him a follow. Good writing on this story with fans fighting in groups at Dodger Stadium. So let's play the video again. We're going to play the video. So I'll show you if you end the room, we'll show the video again. And that right there, and that should bring up some red flags when it comes down to it. That should bring up red flags. When you go to a game like that, Dodgers game or college football game or whatever. So once again, this is from the Big League. Go to the bigleague.com. Bigleague.com. Let's see if I can pull it. Okay, golf now. The Valsport Championship will be this week. So Valsport Championship this week after the Zurich Classic last week at TPC, Louisiana. So they're going to have the Valsport Championship dark horses. Let's see who's the first dark horse will be Denny McCaffrey, 75. So it's $75,000. So that's he's another one. Also, Doug Green. Also, it's another guy that was a dark horse number 3. Also, the 2021 Zurich Classic winners losers from Louisiana. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. See what else we have. Okay. Okay, this just came out. NFL draft rumors heating up. Patriots could trade Stephen Gilmore to move up to get a quarterback. I think if that happens, that's most likely going to happen. Maybe in the early rounds or maybe the later rounds when it comes out when their names called. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be trading up for quarterbacks because they're definitely going to need a quarterback for the New England Patriots. They definitely need a quarterback. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, what does the Denver Broncos depth chart look like after Teddy Bridgewater trade? So it looks like the depth chart's going to be pretty consistent. Because John Elway, I'm gonna tell you, John Elway wants to put a team together where they could be a playoff contender and also a Super Bowl contender one day. That's what they want to happen with their depth chart. The Denver Broncos, they want to have a consistent winner on the field. So the depth chart would look like this. It would be Teddy Bridgewater coming in as the number 1 quarterback. Also Drew Lock as a second string. Brett Rippon will be a third. And then Jeff Driscoll will be a fourth on the fourth string. So he would be a fourth string quarterback for the Denver Broncos. So look, I think Denver. Look, if their lineup gets better, then they're going to have a consistent team. Because look, Teddy Bridgewater can do a lot. He can throw the football. He can also run with the football as well. So that's kind of, like I said, that's kind of what they're going to expect out of Teddy Bridgewater this year when Denver takes to the field. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, we'll see what else we have today. We'll move along. Okay, college football. Nick Saban didn't need the coach in the NFL to make his mark in the league. So Nick Saban didn't need the coach in the NFL because he did coach and went to the NFL one time. And I think it did not work out. So he's now back in college football with the Alabama Crimson Tide. So that's kind of his first stint when he left, when he coached for LSU back in 2000, I think it was 4, something like that, after the national championship year when Nick Saban, he left for the Miami Dolphins. Back in 2000, I think it was pretty sure back at 5 or something like that, 5 or 2004. So I look at it this way: he can put first rounders in the and also Pro Bowlers quarterbacks in the NFL. So that's why that's a success with Nick Saban. So I think Nick Saban, look, whether you like him or whether you don't like him, look, he does bring success to a team, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Michigan State, or whether it's LSU. He will bring those tenures to those teams. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. And we will wrap it up in just a few minutes. All right. Okay. Okay, Paul Finebaum rips delusional Nebraska fans for living in the past. So with Paul Finebaum, he's on the SEC Network with his show, Paul Finebaum show. Saying, calling these people delusional and they're living in the past. Look, to be honest with you, those Nebraska fans, they're proud of their football team. What they did with Coach Tom Osborne back in the 70s and 80s when they went to the college football, when they went to the bowl games and also went to the national championship game and stuff like that. So I'll be honest with you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with living in the past. I mean, Paul Finebaum comes on TV and say all kind of crap and stuff like that. I mean, bashing the Nebraska fans and stuff like that. Look, they want their team to become a winner once more. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with living in the past. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what they're saying is they switched conferences. They went from the Big 12 to the Big 10. Look, so that's nothing wrong with that when it comes down to so I look at it this way. I mean, they had good coaches. I mean, they were back in the day. They were good. Nebraska, they were good back in the day. So look, look, Paul Finebaum should keep his damn mouth shut and stop complaining about the Nebraska fans being living in the past. Because look, LSU fans, they live in the past as well. I mean, they had a national championship last year. And I think, to be honest with you, look, if we got to live in the past to present the future, then so be it. So once again, this is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, Tennessee transfer Quinvez Couch will go over to Michigan State. So he's in the transfer portal going over to Michigan State. So he will play for the Michigan State Spartans. Michigan State Spartans. So that he will transfer. So that's came out once again. This is from Fansided. Go to fansided.com. Okay, let's see. We'll wrap it up. Okay, we'll wrap it up for today. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, once again, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back later for the Pelicans versus Denver Nuggets later on this evening. 8 o'clock tip-off. We will be here. Doing the broadcast. We'll also be here after the game for post-game coverage. And also we'll have Stan Van Gundy's comments from the game, what's going to happen tonight. So once again, we will be back later. Also tomorrow we'll have NFL draft coverage. If you want to come in, talk NFL draft with us while we will go through every pick, which is so you can join us as well. We will be on the video also, but we cannot show the video, the TV and stuff like that. You'll have to put the audio on. You'll hear the sound from. You'll hear the simulcast from ESPN. You'll hear it on our broadcast. So we'll have it for you tomorrow night. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and we'll be back later on this evening.